Hey everyone, in this quick video I am going to show you how to use the new Deepseek R1 model for free in your Make.com automations. This way you will be able to replace the ChatGPT modules inside Make.com that just create extra expenses for you. If you are already running high volume AI automations inside Make.com, this might be useful. So stick around and find out how to cut your costs. Okay, so the way to access this model without having any cost for usage is to go to OpenRouter AI, create an account, and then go to models. So essentially what OpenRouter is an interface for every single LLM model out there. In this case, we want to find the DeepSeek model, Deepseek R1 model, but specifically the one that is free of usage cost. So if you scroll down here, you can see the Deepseek R1 model with free usage. So if you go here, you will see that it is deployed on various servers. You will see here that the input cost and output cost are 0. And you can also see some other stats like latency, which is important for some use cases. I want to emphasize that I don't recommend the usage of these models if you're trading with sensitive data. But if you are not, you can always use this as a node or as a module in Make.com or any other automation platform, and you will not receive a usage cost for the usage of this model. Now, the way to do it is you go to the top right and you add a new key. So this is business as usual. You create a new key. I'm going to call it test. I'll leave this blank and I'll create the key. And then you just copy and paste it in an OpenRouter mode inside of, let's say, Make.com, and I'll see how to do it. Now in Make.com, you just go ahead and search for OpenRouter. Here, I'm just going to create a chat competition, just as you would do it if this was a ChatGPT competition in a step of your process, of your automation. So I'm going to create a connection and I'm going to copy my API key, the one that I retrieved from the platform itself. Now I'm creating a connection. You can see here that this was successful, and I will just use here the model that I talked about. So I want to use DeepSeek, the R1 free, and I'll just create a chat completion as if this was a ChatGPT module here in Make. So in this case, just for the sake of the example, I am just gonna ask it something basic like who is I run it once, so you can see here that is running, and it should give us the answer to the question. Now you can see here that the output of the agent was this. So he gave me the whole information about who Isaac Newton was. It is a very long response, but you can use this not for this mundane stuff, but you can use it as an intermediate step. Let's say you're trying to, let's say, automate emails. So you will go here and just create Gmail and map the results from the chat completion from OpenRouter and DeepSeek model to, let's say, the personalization of an email. So this has various use cases, and as I said, you can just replace it. You can replace the ChatGPT completion like module here inside Make for the OpenRouter module, and you will not be charged for the LLM usage. Of course, Make.com will charge you for the operations, but the LLM inside OpenRouter, you will not be charged. You can see here that inside OpenRouter, I haven't added any credits at all, and I just used the model for free. Of course, you will sometimes get high latency while using this model, but for some use cases, high latency is not a problem and you can still find value in it. So for example, in the use case that I mentioned, the one for sending personalized emails, for this use case, you don't really care about high latency while running the model. Of course, you will send them maybe a bit slower, but who cares? You're not being charged for credits for the LLM usage, and that is a big thing when you are doing high volume of emails. Right, so that was everything for this short video. Hope this was useful and you can start implementing this in your automations.